what we got going on here is we got this thread, which I need to end. I've got a new thread, which I need to bring in. So I just thought I'd go through for you guys, anyone who might be interested, how I do it. Because you probably saw me doing it a bit on the time lapse and then go, wondering how does that actually work? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. So in this little bit of thread here, there's a knot, which I do not want to try to get out. It's a pain in the butt. Well, but I also, usually what I would do is just snip it here and rethread it. Unfortunately, however, it's lower down than I want. Yeah, it looks like a strand has broken here. Well, let's try this. See, look at that. We got a strand. Boy, this is, and I'm sure it's not focusing because I'm too high. All right, so yes, a strand is broken here. My goodness. Disaster! Maybe that's what I'll use for my clickbait for this video. Disaster strikes! Disaster averted. Lil Boo's paramour, her boyfriend, sent me a link to something about how important it is to have a good clickbaity title and thumbnail. I'm going to rethread this one. This one is the one I'm going to get rid of. It's giving me problems. So I'm going to rethread it on a needle. I've got 2 needles set up here. So there's not enough there to actually do another stitch. Well, I mean, there is. That's fine. Remember, I think we said in one of my videos, the one where I was doing the test, how I basically make a knot here. And then we're going to go down. So we're going to go along this design line. Here we have like, what, 1.5 inches, something like 1.25 inches, something like that. Because what you're going to do is you're going to bury the knot right there. You're going to let the knot sit right there. And then we're going to come up here. Because all that thread that's running along underneath, I'm going to be stitching over that. And then when I come to this knot, I can snip it off and it's all safe and tidy and taken care of. Okay, so we're going to come up with this thread. Okay, so there's your new thread that we're trying to work in. So here's this one that we're trying to get rid of. But see, with the stem stitch, which I will show you how to do a stem stitch, I realized I should probably show you how to do a stem stitch. It's a very easy stitch. I didn't think about it. I thought, who needs to know how to do a stem stitch? Everybody knows how to do a stem stitch, but maybe you, dear viewer, do not know how to do a stem stitch. Okay, so we got this one. This is our new thread. This is our old thread. So this old thread, by the rules of a stem stitch, should come, I don't know, somewhere right about there. It's kind of a long stem stitch, but whatever. All right, so then we're going to take this one and just kind of let it set here, because this one's we're going to get that one back in a second. Okay, here we go. This is the thread we want to get rid of. So usually what I do, oh, you needle, you're in my way, go over here. Usually what I do, and again, because we have this nice fabric backing here, this mesh backing, I kind of go through it, kind of do, and this thread is, or this floss, this particular strand of floss is being very recalcitrant. So I've given it one little knot there. And we're going to come up, this is the thread that we buried the knot. We're going to come sew over this. So let's do this. Let's do a double here. And again, sometimes you want to be a little careful that you're not adding extra amounts of thread and floss because it will bulk up the back of your embroidery. But in this case, for the purposes of demonstration, see, look at that. That thing is just messed up. Okay, so now since we've run it under there, I just don't like little untidy bits. There, we got rid of that little untidy bit. And let's get rid of that untidy bit. All of that's going to get stitched over with our nice new thread that we've got right here. Tighten these babies back. Okay. And off to the races we go.
Subscribe, 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 subscribe.